Hi Sagittarius, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for January 2020. Happy New Year! This month I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings. And to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Ascendant, and Sagittarius Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, Sagittarius, now on to your January 2020 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have, Sagittarius, is the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is an air sign person. This is either a Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, Sun, Moon, or rising sign. Could also be you if you have a rising sign or moon sign that is an air sign. This is somebody that is being argumentative with you and a little bit combative in January. And the vibe from them feels to me like almost like they're trying to teach you a lesson of some sort. They may be also asking you for too many things. And they've got like pitching a fit around them. I feel like they're argumentative. They're a little temperamental. They're asking for too many things. If they don't get their way, they could be pitching a fit. This could be somebody you're related to. Or it could be a love partner even, or co-workers. Again, it's going to be different for all of you because it is a general reading. I feel like they may be like a harsh critic of you. They may feel like you're doing dumb things or they don't agree with what you're doing. And I feel like you're going to look at them like they're being too difficult and they're asking too much of you, or they're asking for too much. And also I see you looking at them like they're cutting off their nose to spite their face kind of energy. Now, this is also another energy is coming in here. This could be somebody for you that like wants to hire you or audition you, and they might want you to prove what you know how to do, show your stuff, show what you know how to, like prove yourself, show your stuff. They may be coming at you to, like I said, to hire you. So whenever the court cards, the people cards come up for me, they don't all mean the exact same thing because there's too many people watching this reading for it to be making sense to all of you with what this one particular Knight of Swords is doing. I feel like they may even have a hard time catching their breath. They may be overworked or overwhelmed. They could have COPD, they could have asthma, or if it's not a medical condition, they could just feel like they're overworked or they're physically working out really hard, because I get the energy of like feeling overwhelmed and like they have to catch their breath comes up here. And you know what? If this is a child to you or somebody you have control over, or you have a say-so in what they're doing, it's time to put your foot down or to like stop bad behavior or put up boundaries or whatever you have to do here. I feel like this is somebody that needs to get set straight. I don't know how else to say that. Like I feel like their behavior is just not good in January. I do feel that they're very good at what certain things they know how to do. And I feel they could be a bit like, oh, look at how I do this. Look at how I do that. And I put this together really well. And I can put that together really well. And I can handle this and handle that. So they've kind of like, I don't want to say they're egomaniacal, but about certain things, they're good with putting things together, either literally or figuratively speaking. But still, I feel like you're going to be like, yeah, okay, that's all well and good, but you can't act like an ass on top of it. Like, don't take the acting like an ass out of the equation. That's what I feel how you're going to feel about them. Next card you have is the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is having to have patience in a situation. It could also be you're the alchemist. God is working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. You have some things that are now starting to fall into place for you in January and in the next couple of months following that you've been waiting for. Some things that you've been waiting for to come through. Maybe it's a job you applied for and you're waiting for the job to come through and it's going to come through. Or something, some deal, buying a home, or, something that you've been waiting for comes through for you in the month of January. Or, like I said, it could even be the first 3 months of the year, really. Some of you are going to be putting feelers out, sending out resumes, and taking the temperature of like new job possibilities or new career possibilities or new school and education possibilities or moving to a new residence and putting feelers out with real estate agent possibilities. Because I get you, like, you're putting feelers out somehow. And for some of you, it's like electronically sending resumes out. Some of you, it could be through using search engines or job headhunter people. For some of you, it could be doing getting real estate agents to come up with properties for you or things like that. Because I'm getting like you putting feelers out there in January and February even. There's going to be some family ties that are cut, I feel, for some of you, where you may not speak to some people anymore or for a while. This may have already happened. It could have already happened, but not everybody that listens to these readings, I don't care what sign you are, I'm reading Sagittarius right here, you're not all on the same timeline because you don't all have the same birth chart and the same information on your birth chart. So your timing is going to be different. Some of you may have already cut those ties. And I do feel like this is a month where you are going to be learning about patience, because I feel that your patience is being tested in the sense that, or it has been being tested, because things you've wanted to fall into place hadn't been. And so your patience probably already has been being tested. So it was like a karmic learning lesson for you, this waiting. So the next card you have, Sagittarius, is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign person. This is either a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign. And it could also be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's an earth sign, or if you're born on the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. They are going to start, you have some people irritating you this month, I'm sorry to say this. They're really going to start to get on your nerves, this Queen of Pentacles. They're tiresome to you, and I feel like their journey that they're on, everything that they're doing, everything that's going on with them, it's just extremely tiring. And they may be kind of like the Knight of Swords, kind of having a fit about this and a fit about that. So they could even be the same person if they have, that could be their rising sign or moon sign, could be the air sign. So I don't know where this could be, because it sounds a little similar here. And whatever's going on, this Queen of Pentacles is really digging her heels in deep. Like, she's being incredibly stubborn about things. And it's kind of like her mind right now is full of a lot of clutter at the beginning of this new year of 2020. And she hopes you're going to let her have her way. And she's watching and listening to everything you're saying and doing. You look at them like, oh, they're up to their old tricks, or they're kind of like up to no good. You feel like you're looking at them like they're scheming something, is what I feel, your view of them. They're pretty confident. They feel like they can work you over and get their way. So maybe this is a child to you, or it could be an aging parent that you have to look after and care for. You know how sometimes the children become the parent, you know, that role reversal. But somehow they feel like they can get over on you, or they can work you over. They're watching everything you're doing. They're watching your reactions. They're like, for lack of a better word, I mean, my guides didn't use the word manipulation, but I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. Some manipulation is happening with them toward you. I feel like they have a very active mind. If they're not overly elderly and have senility or Alzheimer's or anything like that, if it's not an elderly person, their mind is very active, and they could be like journaling and or writing books or writing a lot of information down. I feel like you're going to draw from the Temperance card and tell them that they have to wait, that they're going to have patience, because I feel like you're not going to cave or give in exactly to what they want you to do. And it's like, it's almost like this Queen of Pentacles is in a little bit of a dream world, and they're kind of like wishing, like in fantasy land, or wishing that all their dreams are going to come true. They're a little unrealistic, at least in January, maybe not always. So the next card you have here is Page of Cups. This is a water sign person. Your cards are full of people here. You have 3 people cards, 3 court cards. This is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be you, Sagittarius, if you have a rising sign or moon sign that's a water sign, or if you're born on the Sagittarius Scorpio cusp. There's some kind of reality that's going to set in, and I feel like it's for you, or it could be somebody connected to you, where buckling down and having to get to work, and in something. It could be at a job, or it could be at things around your home that needs to get done. And the energy of needing to seize the day, so that opportunities don't slip by and slip away, comes up here. So this could be one of your kids that's thinking this way, or it's you. Or it could be somebody else connected to you closely. But I get like, they're seeing the energy of like, I have to seize the day, or this opportunity is going to slip by me. You know, everything happens for a reason, my guides say. So you can't really push them. If this is another person, you can't really push them, because they have to come to their conclusions and do their things come to this in their own time. And that could also apply if it's you. Other people can't push you or coerce you. All things are happening in the manner in which they should, and all things are going to come to you in your own time. So like I said, for some of you, this could be your cusp sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign. So it could be you, but for some of you, it's somebody connected to you. And pages are often children, or they can be adults that are immature or young at heart. Or this could be a messenger bringing in a message about love and emotions. I feel like you are going to have this sense of calmness now, where you're going to be really more confident or self-assured as to what is to come and what things you need to do now. Like, your path is going to be really clear to you and known to you in January, maybe even February and March. And it's going to give you some kind of like inner peace and calm. There is a lot of agitation coming to you from other people this month. I'm not going to lie, Sagittarius. So have your protective shields up and your boundaries and your barriers to protect yourself from that. And to not get hornswoggled into and sucked into their dramas or their theater that they're going to try to rope you into, or their manipulations. Because I feel like it's happening in a few ways around you. Now, so you have to take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And I always recommend, if people can't have the time, like you're cleaning or cooking, put on the video I said a year ago, because sometimes the predictions I'm giving happen a year later. So last January, those predictions may be happening to you now for some of you. And again, as I said earlier, that's because you're not all on the same timeline with all the other Sagittarians that are listening to this. So your last card in the reading for January 2020 is the Moon. And this can be secrecy and deception in romance. It can be secrecy by itself, romance by itself. It can also be a card of illusion. Like, is there something illusionary going on around in your life? Like, what's the illusion? Try to see through the illusion. This can also mean your own psychic ability and your own intuition is heightened in January of 2020. I feel like some of you may have some kind of bewitching opportunity and you're going to take it. You could be invited to take part in a seance. You could be invited to take part in mediumship classes to communicate with the deceased. It could be some kind of invitation to attend some kind of seminar, classes, or gatherings that has a lot of metaphysical and esoteric and possibly occult-like subjects all connected to it. You know, I feel like romance may be putting you in a bit of a pickle, because I feel that some of you have your ideas focused on one particular way you believe things are going to go down, or ideas of what you want in a romance or don't want. But I feel like it's going to change. You think you want things this way, XYZ, but instead it's going to end up being ABC. And you're too thinking, nope, it's only going to be XYZ, but there's something that's going to come in romantically speaking, or in the area of romance for you, that changes whatever your fixed idea was in regard to romance. It could really happen. This can change. It really feels like it's going to occur between the beginning of January and the end of March for most of you, or for many of you. I do feel that some of you Sagittarians have had some people in the recent past that have not been too honest or above board with you in the area of romance. So a romantic partner or potential romantic partners have not been fully honest or above board. That comes up. So this could be people you were meeting on dating sites not being honest. It could be somebody you were dating or seeing, romantically speaking, not being totally above board or honest. And it could even be if you're already coupled with them. But I feel like you know it or you've sensed it. So I don't feel I'm like dropping a bombshell, but this is like for your confirmation. And it could be a relationship that's already ended. Doesn't mean the relationship has to be going on right this second. I do feel like you try hard to be kind to everyone. I do. But I feel like in December, which is past now, but I'm recording it in December, and in the month of January, you are having people truly testing your patience. I'm sorry to say that. I feel like when Sagittarians are really in their heyday, I'm not saying you don't have anything good coming on. I feel you do. I feel like this is actually a really good year for Sagittarians. Kind of off the charts good. But I don't feel it starts that way. I feel that you've got this muckety muck going on first. And when I really see my guides are using the words in your heyday, I feel you're in your heyday in July. It doesn't mean nothing good happens between now and then. I'm just saying that's when you're going to feel like, yay, I'm more excited. I've got things going my way. The wind's blowing through my hair and I'm like happy and free. And you know, ha ha ha, that's the energy I see for you in July. Not the energy I'm seeing for you in January 2020. I feel like it's kind of annoying. But, you know, you do have the Temperance card here that's going to help you get through this and deal with the people that may be grating on your nerves. Now, I apologize. This month, I am actually not at my usual location. And I did not remember to bring my crystals that I pull from the bag. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that this month. I'm going to have to skip this month for that. But I will pull the crystals for you next month in the month of February. So I hope this reading was of help to you. And I hope it made sense. As always, I want to thank you so, so very much for watching my videos. I truly appreciate it very much. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe if you would like to get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. Now, I have quite a few videos series available that you might be interested in. And all those video series, the links are always below my videos in the description box in the Show More section. And they connect you to my Vimeo video on demand channel. And the first one I want to talk about is actually the New Year 2020 10-card Celtic Cross Tarot spread. I do them every year. Well, yes, usually it didn't used to be 10 cards in the beginning, I don't think, on Vimeo, but the last few years I do 10-card Celtic Cross Tarot spread where I look into your entire year. That link is below this video, and you can also go to my website, and all these links are also available on my website videos page. You just look under the heading of the videos you want, click on your sign or your rising sign or your moon sign, whatever one you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. So that's the first video series I want to talk about. The second one is obviously every month I do the Psychic Crystal readings, which expands on this reading here on YouTube. It's like a continuation where I look into my crystal and give you additional predictions and messages from my spirit guides. And this will be for the month of January 2020. So if you're interested in getting those videos, that link is also below in the description box in the Show More section. And I have, you might be interested in these because this is going to affect you for 6 months. I have 2 different video series links below this video for the solar. One is for the solar eclipse in Capricorn, December 26th, 2019 Psychic Tarot and Crystal readings, where I pulled 4 cards using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck and then looked in my crystal to show you and tell you what beginnings, endings, and change are going to occur for you for the next 6 months from that solar eclipse in Capricorn. The other video series, I did the exact same thing, but it's about the eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse that's happening January 10th in Cancer. And those readings, I used these cards, the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck, and then looked into the crystal. So those predictions will last for 6 months as well. If you would like to get more predictions and messages from me, channeling my spirit guides that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC on Facebook, and my Instagram account, The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel, and also on Twitter at The Lucky Mermaid. I do psychic tarot cards there. I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, angel cards, sacred geometry oracle cards. I look into my crystal and I'll give you predictions and messages, and they're not just for the day I post them. Sometimes they last for a few weeks. It's for a couple of months. So, and people do find they resonate with them, and you may as well. So you might want to check those out. So I hope you have an absolutely awesome month of January, Sagittarius, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.